Hey everybody, welcome to the bouncing ball test vertical no decay extreme squash and stretch. So this is the second one that you've done. Hopefully you have done the original bouncing ball. If you haven't, do that. So with this bouncing ball, what I'm trying to teach you is, yes, squash and stretch, but you've already done that. I'm trying to teach you how to do these tests. You take it to the next step and you experiment with it. And you can see you're getting a very gooey, a very cartoony kind of shape, and that's okay. You want to be able, it's not like you just finish the bouncing ball and you're saying, I'm done, and go on to the next one. You want to be able to then go and experiment and do different things. This is where the learning process happens. Otherwise, you're just learning useless kind of facts and formulas, and you're just memorizing it, and it's not doing anything. You have to be able to play with these concepts. So that's what this one is. This timing is pretty much the same as the original bouncing ball test that is in your tutorials. But with this one, you can see that on the actual squash, when the ball actually hits down and makes contact with the floor, it's going to squash to such an extreme place that the ball would be made out of something so rubbery that it gives a very cartoon effect. So there it is right there. And it's just going to give a very cartoony effect. Now the volumes are still the same. In other words, if I stretch it, it's going to get thinner, and if I squash it, it will always retain the same volume. And that's really important. You don't want the volumes to change that much. And then it's going to come back, and I have it on the floor there just to kind of show its squashiness. But again, you can move it. This is the time to move the timing around, see where you go. And you can see it's got that speed shape that we talked about, and it's going to go up, and as it ups, it's going to stretch, and then it's going to slowly, it's still stretching right there until it hits its original shape. And then once it gets to the top, it will revert to its original shape. So even right there, it's still a little stretched out, and it's going to make it very liquid-like and, again, really cartoony, which is what you want to experiment with. You want to try to get a very different feeling than your previous bouncing ball. So just make sure that you experiment with the bouncing ball now at this stage. Experiment with the squash, the stretch, experiment with the timing, and just do your own. This is just purely for you. And then what you'll do is you'll show me a couple of your favorite ones that you did. You'll show me your squash and stretch, your extreme squash and stretch, so I can understand and see that you understand. And then maybe just your favorite one of playing around with a squash and stretch. Still going just up and down, not doing anything creative like putting wings on it or anything like that. It's still just going up and down, vertical, no decay. See how creative you can be with the timing and squashing and stretching. All right, lots of fun.